So let's get started with the front pages of social media in that sense. And we're starting off with this EFCC's raid in Lagos on Monday, arresting over 1,000 suspected internet fraudsters, according to the EFCC's post, which was put on its X and, of course, sent cross-board. And there you see some of the things that were taken from that raid, from vehicles to gadgets. And I mean, the people arrested in that, let's say over 100 rather, not 1,000, forgive me, over 100 suspected internet fraudsters. And, you know, there have been lots of reactions to this, particularly some of the people in that area saying it was a raid, and all sorts of people were taken as suspects, from cleaners to just people working in that area. So this is the outcome of the EFCC's raid. But as we've seen with a lot of the EFCC's raids, there's always some sort of controversy, particularly from the people staying around saying, we don't think this was conducted right. And some of the people you're seeing there may not even be connected to the incident. This was done in Lagos, by the way, so in the Lekki area of Lagos State. So guys, yet another raid.
This is quite distressing because it speaks to the scale of it. This is just one out of many that the EFCC has conducted in recent times. I think in the last couple of months, we also recall the massive raid of Nigerians and some foreign nationals of Asian extraction, you know, said to be involved in, advanced fee fraud, or otherwise known as Yahoo here in Nigeria. So, well, some form of trial has begun to that extent, but it just shows that there just may be a thriving industry, however small a scale it is in Nigeria. Now, why Nigeria happens to be, you know, a center for this kind of crime to be thriving is a question that we should be answering. Why and how can't we deploy this expertise, you know, to something more productive? Because it speaks to a certain level of expertise. The EFCC is doing something in that regard, but apparently it has not yielded result. But this is very worrying. These are Nigerian youths that could have been productive in other areas.
Absolutely. So let's move from there to other parts of the conversation. Let's talk about what played out in Ogun State, the Gateway Games, I think 2024, that's what it's called.
Oh, yes. It's delayed now.
It was beautiful to watch on Sunday to see how these guys were coming out in colors. I don't know, Ogun State and colors. I will give it to these my Ogun brothers and sisters. That's what is that event I want to attend this year? What's that called? I'm preparing myself. So, beautiful performance from
just to say, Jeffrey, to be fair, the colors you see is as a result of Nigeria coming together. All of the 36 states.
I'm just saying that.
So let's share the the glory.
The credit, right?
They did it right. I think the camera angles, the enthusiasm, the excitement. I'm seeing one of my friends there already. I didn't even say. And David was there, of course, the dancing senator, and the dancing governor was also there. So I understand Anambra State governor was there. So it was just beautiful to watch these guys come. This is one point where there's no conversation about APC, PDP, Labour, North, South, East, and West. Now, this is sports. So the vice president, I guess representing the president, was there to declare it open in company of his host, Dapo Abiodun, the governor of Ogun State. So it's just, if you haven't seen this, go online and watch it. It was beautiful to see. I love it.
And it's
Absolutely.
a no-brainer. If we're going to change things significantly, we should pay more attention to sports, guys.
Yeah,
Let us have a sports policy such that every local government will have a functioning and befitting football pitch. I'm not talking sand.
At least
let's
playground. Let's even call it a good playground.
Right, a playground. Thank you very much. So it's not like I'm focusing on football, you know, a playground that is befitting. So you have the turf, you have the court, you have somewhere that people can basically vent.
No.
Let them put their energy.
You know, for
there.
those of you who went to school, I went to school both in the city and in the village. And the difference was clear. When I went to private school in the city, we had nothing. It just one couple of story building
blocks,
and inside.
right, without space.
But all the schools I went to in the village, there is this big expanse of land filled for all kinds of sporting activity and also for punishment, by the way. So in case you mess up, they say cut the grass like
if we're going to change things significantly, it's not just sports that we have as a tool and a resource in our hands. We also have our culture.
Absolutely.
We have our entertainment. And we saw some elements of our culture there.
Yeah.
We have another crude oil, and that's Nollywood. So here's another from yesterday. You see the policeman assaulting a driver. I believe that's
in Lagos.
An e-hailing driver, right?
We're not sure of what driver it is, but we've seen this time and again, and we're happy that people are catching them on camera. I feel, in my mind, I feel that just like they do in saner crimes, we're also sane. But you understand the context which I'm saying this, because giving men gun who don't have control over their temper is a dangerous thing.
And the good thing from this is that the police has arrested this officer.
Look at him. He has even unbuttoned. Is he the man that tore his shirt or what? I don't even know what happened there.
So this happened, and then it was good to see the police in Lagos arresting that officer. In fact, the picture was put up and it was said that this officer has been arrested by the police.
It's not just been arrested.
So we're going to follow up with
is it going to be disciplined? Is it going to be dismissed? What is the law? What does the law say?
Yeah, so there's a process, naturally.
What does the law say about police officers going beyond their brief in this sense? Would they be dismissed? Would they be demoted? Something really that should reset their brain has to be done to them, because police is supposed to be our friend. I'm not supposed to see a policeman. I have a couple of them as friends. I'm not supposed to see a policeman and be afraid. I should be confident if I'm in a crisis to run to a policeman. So this, we always say, is a poor representation of the good work of some of our policemen. This man is a poor representation. So this is not us.
When next you are in this kind of confrontation or altercation with the police, just be sure to get the name tag on the chest of the policeman, and ensure that you also get evidence so that you can seek redress. But this is in bad taste, and this is not the type of conduct that we expect from our policemen. And time and again, we'll put this out and draw the attention of the police commissioner in that state, and indeed the public relations officer of the force, such that this can be addressed. The police is supposed to be our friend.
Absolutely. So let's do the best we can to make sure we support the good ones, and then the bad ones, we throw them away as far as we can throw them away, because they are poor representation. And I believe they are in the minority in that sense. And also we need to improve on the welfare of policemen. We should also add that part. So if you're a policeman, you have temper problem, you cannot control yourself, excuse yourself from the police, okay? That's what it takes. Nobody forced you to join the force, all right?